Hey guys, we got another person attempting a through hike. We're still here at the NOC. We've got a lot of hikers this year here. Give us your name or trail name, where you're from, or anything you want to share with us.
My name's David Smith. My trail name is First Grader.
And I didn't know it. See, now I don't usually ask people, but you're already famous on the trail, so I'm glad I met First Grader.
I don't understand quite why that is, but somebody said something this morning about it.
Well, I think the name, first of all, that just jumps out at you, First Grader, because then they're trying to figure out if that is that a first grader really hiking the trail or what it is. Okay, tell us how you got the name.
Well, counting the year I was 6, I've spent 30 years in first grade. So, obviously, I guess I was a teacher, and
or else you were real slow.
Yeah. I finally got it right, and they let me go.
Yeah.
So I'm from Michigan, upper lower peninsula of Michigan, about 85 miles south of the Mackinac Bridge.
Well, it's amazing that I've heard of your name, and I've been out here since February 17th, and I've heard of your name several times, standing here in the last 4 days. So undoubtedly there's some people that have passed you to know you, to get it, either hiked around you or spent a zero with you or somewhere. You've just come in. Where'd you hike from, First Grader?
I was
today.
Yeah. I spent the night in a stealth camp just a couple miles past
Burlington?
No, a shelter. Shoot, I can't remember the name of it, but
well, you got like 3 shelters between here and Tellico. One just rough as marble.
It was before Tellico.
Yeah, that's Cole something.
It was before that. It was the one before that.
Oh, it's before Burlington. So, that's Wiser or something.
Yeah.
Here comes my wife right here. Yeah, I see. And,
so I did about 13 miles today.
Okay, good. That's good mileage. How old are you?
How old am I? I'm 66.
Okay, I'm 67. My wife walking 66. She did it when she was 62.
Yeah.
So we understand that, that's a little different than doing it like this boy walking across the bridge. It's 18 years old.
He's a monster.
Yeah, 18 years old, with a little different knees than a 66-year-old.
Yeah.
All your gear working for you, First Grader?
I've got some issues with my rain gear. I thought everything I read about it said it was great. I liked I liked everything. And after about 2.5, 3 hours of walking in the rain, it wetted out. And talked to my wife today, and she was seeing if she could get some delivered to Fontana for me.
Okay.
Something different.
Sure, absolutely. Now, while you're out here, will you have any family members come out and meet you? You're a long ways from home, so I doubt it.
Yeah, well, my wife's going to meet me. First time will be in Hot Springs.
Okay.
And at least right now, we're thinking about once a month.
Okay, well, that's good.
Then my dad wants to come out one of those times. He's 89 years old, and he had thought about through hiking once, but the guy that had agreed to go with him kind of backed out, and he didn't want to go by himself. So, but the first time, well, let's see, my dad and my brother and I hiked for the first time on the Appalachian Trail from the park to Blood Mountain in 1967.
Wow.
I was 14.
Wow. Do you remember much about that day?
I wish I did, but I don't.
I wonder if your dad does.
Well, he remembers doing it, but he's 89, like I said. And he says he's got pictures, but he's not sure where they are. So,
I understand that too.
So this has been something I've been thinking about for 52 years. So.
Wow, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Now, do you have any places up above here that you're already looking forward to, since you sound like you know a lot about the trail?
Not really. I'm going, well, I'd say a day at a time, but it's kind of like a step at a time. I don't have any expectations.
Okay. And I don't think you're blogging or YouTube doing none of that.
No.
Okay. Now your pack doesn't look that big. It doesn't look that heavy. Is it heavier than it looks?
Well, this time of day it sure is. I started at Amicalola with 5 days of food, and I was right about, I want to say like 28 pounds.
Wow.
So,
wow, you're not carrying much in there then,
well,
other than food and water and a tent, sleeping bag, and a pad.
Yeah.
And maybe a change of clothes.
And a battery for my phone.
Wow, that's impressive. That's really impressive, first grader.
Well, yeah, I'd like to get it down less, but I don't know what I'd give up.
Now, do you have anybody else that's traveling about your speed around you?
No, not really. I'll hike, show up at shelters or campsites with people that have passed me on the trail. I don't pass very many people unless they're going the other way.
That's good. Yeah.
And so I've met a lot of people, and I might hike for a few minutes, but I'm not. Everybody's faster than I am.
I hear you.
I just figure I'm not slow. I'm pacing myself.
Hey, good answer. Real good answer.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not.
But it's slow.
Yeah. I'm not going to keep you any longer because I know how it is when you have a day or not. I mean, a couple hours off before you have to go to sleep. It's a lot to do. I appreciate you taking a minute though and sharing with us. And I'm glad I got to meet the first grader because I've heard so much about it. And I would be upset if I had to leave this area and not catch up with the first grader.
Well, I'm still not sure what that's all about.
We'll figure it out before Katahdin.
Yeah.
You have anybody you want to say hello to before we cut it off?
I sure do. I'd like to say hello to my wife, Marie. I'm still wondering sometimes at the end of the day why you let me do this. Also, shout out to my dad in Michigan and my twin grandsons who are 2 months old yesterday.
Wow, that is great.
Eames and Teak.
That is cool. And thank you, Dad, for bringing him out when he was a 14-year-old lad. It's been in his blood ever since. Hey, Dads, if you're watching this, bring your kids out on the trail. It'll make a difference in their life. God bless you between here and Katahdin, and God bless every step, my friend.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey guys, I've got another hiker here. He's attempting a through hike, and he's here at the NOC at the restaurant. And I thought he was going in here to eat, but he's already hiked 11 miles. He's getting ready to go to Satsafrats, and I'd like, does anybody know what time it is right now?
1600.
4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. He's got 7 more miles to get to the shelter. Tell me your name or your trail name.
Tyler Skywalker is the trail name.
Skywalker?
Yep.
Who gave you that name?
I got it from a lady named Pringles when I was coming down Blood Mountain. It's from the neon green pack cover.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
When did you start, Skywalker?
I started February 28th, so this is the 13th day.
13th day, you're doing pretty good miles.
Yeah, I started off pretty fast and then I had to slow down just to let my body get used to it, but now I'm kind of picking it up again.
What's your biggest day, mileage?
My biggest day, I think I did 23.4 pretty early on, and then yesterday I did 20. Today I'll try about 17, 18.
Yeah, and you got a big uphill, 7 miles uphill.
I know.
And, I just asked you if you had your headlamp. You say, yeah, you have it. So you may have to use it getting up there. Then are you already thinking about when you're going to try to start the Smokies?
Yeah, so I think there's a shelter.
There's a shelter
right
called
after Fontana.
Well, right at Fontana, that's called the Hilton. It's got a shower and all.
Yeah, I heard they had solar showers.
Yeah, it does. It's right there at the marina. When you come out to the road, you'll be at that shelter in a mile, or half a mile.
Yeah, so I'll get there tomorrow, and then the next day start the
Next
Smokies.
day. So you've got your food for the Smokies?
Yeah, I have about 6 days of food on me right now.
How much weight are you carrying?
I want to say with all my food, it's probably around 45 right now.
Wow.
It's a heavy pack.
Wow. What degree bag? Sleeping?
I have a 22-degree bag and a liner. And the liner's it's treated me really nice. There hasn't been a day where I haven't slept in shorts and short sleeves.
Have you stayed in very many hostels or hotels or anything?
I've stayed in 2 hostels. I stayed at the Neal's Gap Hostel, and that was pretty nice. And then the Baltimore Jack Hostel.
Oh yeah, Baltimore Jack's great.
Yeah, Ron's a great guy.
Really a good guy. Really a good guy. Where are you from, Skywalker?
I'm from a suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Okay, and how long have you been thinking about coming out here to do this?
I think probably about a year and a half.
How old are you?
18.
So you're right out of high school?
Yep, graduated
so
last year.
This is gap year?
Well, I did a semester at the U of M, and then so now I'm off for the spring.
Are you gonna go back to college when you get through?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. You got brothers or sisters?
Only child.
Only child.
Yeah.
Your mother and dad, what they think about you being out here?
They weren't super supportive at first, but there wasn't much they could do about it. So now they're kind of on board. They like all the pictures.
Okay. Are you traveling with somebody, or you're too fast? I can tell by the mileage. It's going to be hard for you to have a family because you're doing too many miles per day. All your gear working out, Skywalker?
Yeah, I haven't had anything do me wrong so far, and I haven't shed anything yet either.
Okay.
So I don't know. I think I did a pretty good job in the beforehand planning.
How long you planning this to take you?
That's a good question. I was hoping around 5 months. We'll see if I can trim any time off that, and if not,
oh, you're gonna do it in 5 months for sure. Ain't no doubt in my mind. You'll trim time off of that. Did you work on a budget for this very much, or you just kind of wing it?
Yeah, I budgeted about $1,000 per month.
Per month? Okay.
That's what I heard was the best.
That's a decent budget. You'll probably need a little more if you're going to stay in town. But doing the miles you're doing, you're going to do it for less per month because you're passing up a lot of towns. Yeah. And you're probably the kind that understands how you can save money doing that. All right, I ain't going to keep you any longer because you got 7 long straight up miles. This is one of the biggest ups on the trail before you get to the Smokies. But it doesn't look like it's bothering you too much. You got your earplugs ready to put in your ears to listen to something.
Yeah, it helps. Sometimes you just get the birds aren't really out yet.
That's right.
It's a little early, so you can't really listen to anything singing. So it helps me not listen to my breath and steps. You
got anybody you want to say hello to out there before we cut her off?
I'll say hello to my mom and girlfriend Emma. Miss them a lot.
Okay. God bless every step between here and Katahdin, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Hi guys, we're at the NOC still. It looks like I've been here about 3 days, but that's good because I'm catching a lot of hikers that's trying to be a thru hiker this year, and I've got me another one sitting right here. Tell us about yourself.
So I'm Alex, also known as Thigh Gap.
Sly Gap?
Thigh Gap.
Thigh?
Yeah.
Who gave you that name?
My friend One Punch did. We were heading up a hill, and he's, trying to motivate us, saying, do it for the view. Yes, catch you, mate. He's saying, do it for the view, and me being my stupid self, I yell out, do it for the Thigh Gap, and that stuck, and here we are.
Thigh Gap.
Yeah.
G-A-P.
Yeah.
That's cool. Where are you from, Thigh Gap?
I'm from Brisbane, Australia. So,
really?
Yeah, long way.
Wow, that's a long way.
Yeah.
I have a lot of Australians come and do the trail.
Yeah, it was, I've heard at, back at Brisbane Airport and various places, along the trail, that there's somebody else in Brisbane about 2 to 3 days ahead of me. So I don't know if I'll run into them or not, but there's definitely another one of us out here.
How long have you been thinking about doing the Appalachian Trail?
I've been wanting to do this for about 6 years, 5, 6 years
5
now.
or 6 years?
Yeah.
So you did a lot of planning and...
Not so much planning, I just kind of got all my gear, saved up, and then decided to commit to it. And I'm just kind of taking it resupply by resupply, I guess, day by day.
Okay.
And yeah.
Now, not counting what you bought here, everything you got in your possession, how much you think it will take you from here to get to Katahdin? How much are you expecting?
I'm on a budget of about $3,500.
$3,500?
Yeah.
From here? Okay.
Yeah.
Or not counting what you've already spent too, or from here?
Yeah, from here. From the very, very start of the trail, it would be about 3,800 or so.
Okay. Are you having any experiences where you've seen things you didn't realize you was going to see on the AT as far as anything? I mean, the cost of stuff or anything?
Everything's a lot cheaper than I thought it would be.
Okay. That's a good thing.
Yeah, particularly the food. It's been a lot more just hiker kindness and people looking after each other and trail magic than I thought there would be. So I've only had to pay for 1 full resupply so far, and everything else I've managed to people have been offloading food. There's been people giving away food at trail magic things, that sort of thing.
Good.
So that's been good. Yeah.
When are you trying to go into the Smokies?
Looking at going to the Smokies on either Friday or Saturday.
Do you have any concerns about the Smokies?
Not being, from Australia, I don't really know that much about them, but I do know that they've got a reputation for unpredictable weather.
Yeah.
There was a hiker that I was talking to a few days ago called Rebound. She went up to the Smokies earlier in the year and got snowed in. The road to Gatlinburg got cut, so she couldn't get back up there. So a little bit apprehensive, I guess, about that. But then people have also told me that, it's okay, snow's fine, it's the rain you got to worry about, so we'll just see how we go.
Yeah, you'll be fine. When my wife hiked it in 2014, she got snowed in, they closed the road.
Yeah.
They closed the road and all, and they got out a day and a half late, but it was fine.
Yeah.
They've closed the road a couple of times this year.
Yeah.
But they close it pretty often if it snows on the road because they don't put salt on the road.
Yeah.
But they open it pretty fast also.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody's told you, but when you get to Newfound Gap, that's the only road crossing basically.
Yeah, down to Gatlinburg.
That takes you to Gatlinburg, but there's bathrooms that are actually heated there that will be there at all times.
Oh, really?
So if you make it to Newfound Gap, even though the road's closed, you've got some shelter.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good to know, actually.
Yeah. So are you going into Gatlinburg from that road?
I'm not sure yet. I would prefer not to. I'd probably need to get like a little bit of food here. Like a couple of breakfast things to get me through to Fontana.
Well, they've got a place at Fontana, but the big store had not opened as of yesterday, but it may open before you get there.
Yep.
But there is a little store close to, real close to Fontana that has some hikers food there too.
Yeah. So I'm looking at getting the resupply for the Smokies there, and then trying to push straight through to Standing Bear Farm.
Okay, I understand.
We'll see how we go from there.
When do you have a finish date that you would like to get finished or a time?
I fly back home to Brisbane from LA on August 23rd.
Okay.
So I need to be finished by probably, I don't know, August 18th or 19th, and then fly from Maine back to LA. So around that time will be my goal. So looking at averaging about 14, 15 miles a day should get me there around then.
Oh, you're averaging that now?
Not quite yet, because I took it quite slow in the first week
Yeah,
or
you're
so.
right. Now in the White Mountains you won't average that. You'll average 8 to 10.
Yeah.
But you'll average 20 in other places to combat that.
Yeah.
So you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm looking at doing kind of, 12 to 15 miles a day from here until Hot Springs or Damascus.
Right.
And then trying to push, for that 20-mile kind of average through Virginia. And then after that, we'll just kind of see how we go, I guess.
What about your family? What they think about you coming all the way over here to do this?
They were really supportive. My parents are fantastic. Like, they were a bit nervous, but, they're very proud coming over here to do this.
Here comes a big truck. We'll wait till he goes by.
Yeah.
That's the downside of trying to video here, but this is the exact spot the hikers want to be and need to be.
Yeah.
It's a very comfortable spot.
Oh, yeah.
Right here. Brothers or sisters? Do you have any brothers or sisters?
No, just me.
Just you?
Just me.
Okay, I'm sure you got some nephews or cousins and all. What they think about you being out here?
They were really excited. Two of my closest cousins.
Here come two more.
Yeah.
We'll get through it. We got all day for him anyway. Now I was going to ask you, are you going to hike out today?
No, I'm staying here today. So I did like 2 14-mile days.
Okay.
Then 6 or 7 to here, and then I'll do like 2 14-15-mile days to Fontana. And I don't know if I'll take a 0 at Fontana or not yet.
Okay, just wait until you get there and see.
Yeah.
Your trail name, did you say you named yourself?
No, my friend.
It was your friend, okay, that gave it to you.
Yeah.
And what was his trail name?
The story's a little bit inappropriate, is that okay?
Oh, okay, no. Well, we'll wait. We'll catch you later.
It was something else, and he protested vehemently, so we changed it to One Punch.
One Punch?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, you want to say hello to anybody before we close it out? In case they watch it from Australia?
Yeah, well, if anybody is watching this from Australia, hello. If you are thinking about coming to do the trail, if you're an aspiring thru hiker, it's fantastic. You meet some amazing people. and there's so much support along the way for thru hikers, so you're definitely not in it alone, and if you want to do it, definitely come out and do it.
Good advice, man.
Yeah.
God bless every step between here and Katahdin. Hope we see you up the trail.
All right, thank you so much, mate. Have a good